Hey guys, this is Dave. Long story short, I figured out how to use the video software on my laptop, and pretty much I'm a dumbass. But that's neither here nor there, and depending on who's watching, friends, they probably already know that, so let's get right into my game 2 prediction. But before I even start that, I just want to say I fucked up really bad on my game 1 prediction, and I was way off. I believe I said like 120 to 110 Cleveland's winning in Golden State for game 1, so that was way off. The final score was something like 113 to 91, if I remember correctly. And yeah, Cleveland played like absolute shit for the majority of the game, with the exception of the big three. And on the flip side, Golden State basically did whatever they wanted, got whatever kind of shots and all that they wanted, and they just showed a lot more effort. They came out really aggressive. Kevin Durant especially came out really aggressive, I guess because there's a lot of pressure on him to win a championship since he went to Golden State, and the manner in which he did, in free agency, and a lot of flack he took for doing that, especially going to a team as good as they were without him to begin with, and winning 73 games the season before that. I could understand some of the criticism, so he came out like, his life depended on it pretty much, and he played like that, and it showed in his stat line. Now, I'm going to briefly talk about what went wrong for Cleveland in game 1 and what they need to do to correct their many mistakes that they made to have at least a shot of winning game 2. So first off, I'm going to give the stat line of the big three, because as I said, Cleveland's big three was basically the only 3 players on the Cavaliers that actually played pretty good, and the rest of the team couldn't carry their own weight, unfortunately. So LeBron had 28 points and 15 rebounds, and I believe 6 assists, something like that, but he also had 8 turnovers with that. So obviously the 8 turnovers is really bad, really uncharacteristic of him too. He really needs to fix those issues. I don't know if it was just like he couldn't get used to the pace that the Warriors play at first, and he felt overwhelmed or what. But yeah, 8 turnovers for who's supposed to be the number 1 player in the league, that's pretty bad by like any standards. On to Kevin Love, he had 15 points and 21 rebounds. He pulled his weight, I'd say, fairly well, especially with the 21 rebounds. And Kyrie Irving put up 24. But like I said, the rest of the team really played like shit. They shot a combined 7 for 31, scoring only 24 points total and 20 rebounds. That's really bad, really putrid offense outside of the big three. Tristan Thompson only got 4 rebounds and did fuck all else. And Kyle Korver took 3 threes, missed all of them, and he was scoreless. And also played 23 minutes, so to go scoreless for that amount of time is really bad, and he needs to step up, especially him and Tristan Thompson really need to step their games up because Tristan Thompson's the physical presence of the Cavaliers, and without him imposing his will and being aggressive, a lot of the other bench guys won't come out with as much energy. And as much as it is LeBron's team, he needs to get Tristan Thompson the ball early and often, get him going aggressively, because it will light a fire under the rest of the guys outside of the big three, I feel like. Because they'll all play off of Tristan Thompson's energy. And basically, I think Cleveland just needs to cut down on the turnovers. They played really shitty defense, by the way. Kevin Durant had 6 dunks in the first half, which is just ridiculous. There were times that even LeBron didn't, even defend. There was one play I remember where Kevin Durant was going up the middle of the court, and they didn't know who to guard, either Curry in the corner or guard Durant going to the basket. And they ended up having a miscommunication on defense, which led to Kevin Durant getting the dunk, uncontested, completely wide open. If they want to win this game tonight, they can't have stuff like that happen, plain and simple. And Durant played really freaking good. He had 38 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists. And he was the first player to do that since Kobe went 48-8 in the finals in 2009 against Orlando. Also, of note, Klay Thompson completely disappeared in Game 1 and played like absolute dog shit. I doubt that he's going to play as bad as he did. I don't think he's going to go off for 50, 60 points, but he has to do better than, I don't even know how many points he had, to be honest, but I know he didn't shoot well at all overall in the game, so he needs to step up. But then again, this Golden State team is so good and so deep when it comes to offense that they could have Draymond shoot poorly, they could have Klay shoot poorly, and still win the game. Because that's exactly what happened in Game 1. Draymond didn't do so well, Klay didn't do so well, and they still won the game by 22 points. So, even if the Cavaliers stop Durant and Curry, they still have to worry about Klay, Draymond. I hate to say it, even JaVale McGee, before he went to the Warriors, he didn't really, fit in super well, I would say, in the NBA. And even when he first got to the Warriors, he had a couple hiccups on defense and just wasn't playing super well. But now, with the Warriors, he seemed to gel really well recently, especially in the playoffs, leading up to the finals, and he's actually become a decent piece off the bench. And being a athletic center, all they need to really do is just get him the ball in open space, and he can make things happen. He can get dunks, he could get putbacks on offensive rebounds. He could create havoc in the paint if Tristan Thompson isn't doing his thing. That's another thing. They gave up way too many offensive rebounds against the Warriors. I believe they had 13 or 14 on top of the 22 turnovers that they had, while also forcing only 4 turnovers, conversely, and the Cavaliers did not have a single steal throughout the whole game, which really shocked me. I thought for sure, at least once. At least one time, And it just never happened, so I was really, really surprised. And I don't even know what to expect for Game 2. I think, the Warriors will play better. Some of their players that didn't shoot as well will shoot better. But I also don't think that Cleveland's going to have 22 turnovers again. And I think they should definitely have at least one steal. I said that last game, but for sure they should at least have, a couple of steals in this game. And they just got to play better on defense. There was absolutely no effort, and that was part of why they couldn't get steals. And only first 4 turnovers. So if they can correct those issues, they have a shot. And I've just learned never to fully 100% count out LeBron, because I was thinking maybe the Warriors might have won last year and then, might have pulled out the series, especially being up 3-1. And then, hey, shit happens. Draymond Green got suspended for accruing too many flagrant points and got suspended because of that. LeBron took over in that game, forced Game 7. And, yeah, the rest. They ended up pulling out that series, so I guess anything could happen. And the point is, it's only one game. They did get blown out in Game 1, and it could have been a lot worse. But overall, still just one game, and they could completely turn it around and completely shock the world in Game 2. It might be unlikely, it might be, surprising if that happens, but I wouldn't put it past them 100% for that not to happen. Just because of how competitive a player LeBron James is. I think he'll have the whole Cleveland Cavaliers core and even some of the bench guys come out with a lot more energy, just fire them up, do some type of pregame, speech or something, and really get them ready to play and ready to defend and play a complete game, unlike they did in Game 1. So, for a score prediction, I did really shitty on the last one. Let's see here. Want to say 1. Jesus, really high. Just 120 to 105. Actually, 115, 105, Cleveland. Okay, that's my prediction. I'm sticking to it. 115, 105, you heard it here. I might be wrong, but if I'm wrong, I'll take full responsibility for being wrong in this prediction. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy. Bye.